Hey guys, Jack here from Drive iTech. Today, we're installing a 9-inch Android 11 stereo in this 2013 Cx-5. The system also comes with a Mazda compatible harness, so no soldering or wiring diagrams are needed. Before we get started, if you haven't yet subscribed, it would be greatly appreciated. As a cheeky little incentive, I've also thrown in a special offer for our viewers in the description, so if you haven't yet got a stereo, now's the time to check it out. Also, thanks for the support on the previous video. If you like this one, you know what to do. Alright. Tools required. It's a pretty easy one today. All we need is a pry tool and a Phillips head screwdriver, and as well as an 8mm socket. Alright, so to start, use a plastic pry tool to prevent scratching the dash while removing the aircon panel. Pry from the top and the bottom and work your way across. Alright, great. So once the aircon panel is removed, just ensure you unplug the hazard light and that panel should be completely disconnected. Next, we can just use our plastic pry tool again and pry the plastic fascia around the stereo off. Alright, from here we're going to be using our Phillips head screwdriver to get rid of the left and right screws, and then we are going to use the 8mm socket as well as a long screwdriver to get the socket on the bottom. Keep in mind you can use a regular socket extension if you have one. We're just using this because we could not find one at the time. Alright, now that the sockets and the screws are removed, you will be able to remove the stereo itself. Just be careful when wriggling it out, as there are a lot of cables in the back of it that you wouldn't want to damage at this point. Yeah, so just wriggle it out pretty slowly, and once you can see the cables at the back, begin to start unclipping. Keep in mind you can use the plastic pry tool to unplug some of these, and it may help you out. Alright, bingo. Old stereo out, all unplugged. I would recommend holding onto that one just in case anything happens or you want it for resale. But now let's get cracking on the new stereo. So once you've got the new stereo all set up at the back with all the accessory plugs and antennas and whatnot, we are able to plug it directly into the original harness in the vehicle. Alright, just a little side note as well, there is a small 2-wire cable that comes off the black box, the canvas box, which needs to be plugged back into the stereo. So once that cable is plugged back in, you will have steering wheel control functionality once you learn them through the software. And then after we plug that one in, we also plug in the radio antenna to ensure that we have FM and AM radio. Checking everything else is plugged in, and she should be good to go in. Okay, now we're putting this one in. Just keep in mind with the GPS as well, try to put it as close to the outside world as possible, as if it has to go through a bunch of metal beams and stuff for signal, it's probably not going to be ideal. But here we're just putting the stereo and the fascia itself back together, the aircon panels and the hazard lights, ensuring that those are all still completely functional and fit flush. And that's about it. It's all pretty simple really. Yeah. We hope you enjoyed. There is a little clip at the end where you get to see us actually using the stereo. But other than that, if you did enjoy the video, we would really appreciate a subscribe and a like. It always helps out. Other than that, thank you very much and have a great day.